Hey, Lisa. Hey, everybody.
Hey, Tammy. Hey, everybody.
Thank you all so much for coming. Looks like we've got Butler Family Farm, and I saw that. Yay, the beef. Yes, we will. My husband and I will give you a call this evening. Um,
Where's the beef?
I know I'm so excited. Gonna be in my freezer. Hey, Gwen. Gear Griden, good to see you. You're so funny. 2 hour. I wish it could be a 2 hour show. I do have a hard stop though, so it's got to be 1 hour. Gail Southern Living. Hello, Gail. Hey, Heather, Milk and Honey Heritage Farms. Heather has mailed me a baby Scoby.
Oh, nice.
I'm so excited.
I'm
And I
taking a kombucha class on, I think, the 16th or 17th.
are you? Happy birthday to Bushcraft. Is he here? I don't see him here, but very
Happy
cool.
birthday,
Everybody.
Charles.
Yeah, happy birthday, Charles. Everybody, it's Bushcraft family's birthday, so make sure sometime today you go over there and tell him happy birthday.
Hello,
Gwen, know what
everybody.
you're
I
eating.
was letting Tammy say hello to everybody because she got it. Yes, I was, Gwen, eating cottage cheese from raw milk.
Oh,
Mm-mm-mm.
awesome. I texted you, Heather. I was gonna. My husband just left, and I'm afraid I was gonna see if you could check the tracking number to see if it's there yet. So I didn't send him if it wasn't there. And if it is there, I don't know if he's gonna be able to get it now, but which means I'll have to get it tomorrow. So hopefully, little baby Scooby can hang in there. I did get my seeds from Jennifer Ocean Homestead and Mary's heirloom seeds. Super excited. Yesterday, when I went to the post office, I got those. So that's cool. So today is April Fool's Day. Happy April Fool's Day.
April Fools. This is really vodka. No, I'm only kidding. It's water.
How's everybody doing with their goals? We're heading into month 4 of the year. Isn't that crazy?
Cray,
So,
cray.
mm-hmm. So I hope everybody's feeling like they're getting stuff done. And I thought we could talk about, distractions and maybe some time management reminders today.
Time management.
That means if you're sitting and watching TV that you're doing it with an intention. That means if you're like, on your phone or something that you are doing it with intention. You're making sure you don't like burn 6 to 8 hours, on social media, taking up your Saturday when you only have 2 days off.
Let me tell you about my intention yesterday.
Good you, Gail.
Congrats, Gail.
That is so awesome.
That is awesome.
Congratulations.
It's rare that we're dreary.
Uh-huh.
Like we're always sunny. It doesn't matter how cold it is. It's usually very sunny.
That was northern Arizona too, yeah.
Right? And
Mountain life.
we haven't seen the sun in 3 damn days. Let's just say
Oh,
that.
that's a song.
But so Saturday,
Oh, that
Sunday,
is
and
a song.
Monday.
That is the Sheryl Crow and Kid Rock song.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and today, and it looks like it's going to be another couple.
Uh-huh.
We're supposed to be getting snow and rain
Oh,
and stuff,
yay. I
right?
hope so. I hope so.
Well, we
Yeah.
got a little bit of snow, not a big deal, but the funniest thing is like it's so dreary. I started crocheting yesterday.
Oh, how nice.
Well, next thing I know, I woke up.
You needed your rest.
I fell asleep crocheting, apparently.
You needed your rest. That's what that was. Yep. So doesn't that go hand in hand too? Like though sometimes you were crocheting, not just to I don't know about you, but when I'm crocheting, it's not just to get I'm not hard on myself about timeline for projects with crocheting. I'm just not. It's it's something I enjoy doing. It's relaxing
Yeah.
and it lets me be productive when I'm otherwise going to be sitting there, watching whatever the hubby's watching on TV kind of thing.
Yeah.
So if you were doing it to relax, look at there, mission accomplished. You
Total
relaxed so
mission
much you got to
accomplished.
sleep.
I've done it many times. I mean, it's like I can't read. If I read a book, I'm out cold. And
Uh-huh.
um,
Yeah.
the other thing is, what was it? I was sitting there. I had wound up because I have a hank, so I had to wind it in a ball and a cake.
Uh-huh.
And man, like I said, I just woke up. But one of the times I remember when I was in college, because I was an adult, was married and had a kid at the time, and um, we went on a family vacation, and Ryan found me like with pencils and math books in my lap in a chair in a hotel room.
Uh-huh. Did you see Gail? She said that song went off in church.
Oh,
I'm thinking of the very first words.
yeah.
That's so funny. My mother-in-law used to love when my husband and I would sing that song together. She'd want us to always do that.
Oh.
Hmm. She was our biggest fan. All right, so
So talking about
distractions.
distractions.
Yeah, distractions. Social media and screen time. Those are like the hugest time suck, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Um, the biggest one. Okay, thank you so much for coming. All right, and I will, Jerry, my husband and I be giving you a call like this evening after I get off work. I got back to back meetings today after this.
Back to back to back.
Back to back. Going from ride to ride in meeting day. It's a meeting day festival, and I'm going
Oh,
from ride to ride. That is my optimistic, positive mindset that I've put on it.
that. I one time I added up all my meetings when I was working, and it was just like I had like 40 hours of meetings, and I'm like, working
You're
more
like,
than
but
40 hours.
wait, when do I get to work? Hey,
Yeah.
Jesse.
Hey,
Good to
Jesse.
see you. Thank you for coming in. Hey,
Hey, Kathleen.
Kathleen. Yeah, the social media. Now, for us content creators, though, social media is a job to a certain extent, right?
To a certain extent.
To a certain extent. I mean, we can't
Yeah.
support
I stepped off.
everybody
I mean,
all
just
the
because
time.
it was a suck.
It you don't get anything done.
I
How you
didn't get
gonna have any
anything done,
content?
so I had to get off. I
Yeah.
can't.
Yep. Yep. I do. I don't. My phone does not. I am not somebody who I have like my text communications are silent unless it's like my husband or my daughter. So if my phone buzzes for a text, it won't buzz. It's because I have it like silented
Yeah.
and I don't run to my phone to see. I just can't. I'm somebody who has to use one of the time management skills, which is, I guess it's a couple of them, right? Prioritization and making sure that you do time blocking. So I do a lot of time blocking, and when I'm working, I'm working. And when I'm not, kind of thing. That way,
Yep.
it's less stressful.
You're
You know,
good at that.
I can hyper focus like nobody's business.
Yep.
I can hyper focus like
I'm
crazy.
bad to go down the Instagram rabbit hole.
Oh, I see. I don't do Instagram. I won't. When Facebook came out, like, decades ago, I wasn't going to do Facebook because I was like, no, I don't need one more thing to do. And I already get in trouble if I call my parents, right? Because I'm always like, where have you been? You haven't called. I'm like, I know. By the way, you could call me.
Yeah. Phone works both ways.
Yeah, apparently not in my family. It's not
Mine either. Don't feel bad.
I think our parents come from that generation where, we're expected to do all the work.
Yes.
And then here's another one. What about drama? Talk
I
about
don't do it.
distractions. Drama, like people trying to, bring
Mm-mm.
drama to you. Oh
No.
no, that
Click.
messes with my joy. I don't have any of that.
Yep. Click.
Yeah,
Delete. Block. If that's what I need to do, I do it.
yeah.
I
And if
have no problem with that
anybody,
as I've gotten older.
yeah, if anybody like has anybody come knocking at their door, proverbial door with any kind of drama, just step away because it
Oh,
will.
yeah.
Because the emotions of it are going to prevent you from getting anything done, and
Hey, Nancy.
you know, getting the stuff done that you want to get done. Hey, Nancy, and hey, 1 million pumpkins. Thank you for coming.
Congrats, Gwen. That's awesome.
Oh, that is awesome. My goodness. What you gonna do with it? That's a lot of milk. So much
Well,
fun
she's still
stuff.
feeding babies, I think. So,
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. The babies get it. Hi, Broke but Bountifully
oh,
Blessed. Everybody, that is a new channel. And 1 Million Pumpkins, too. If you guys don't subscribe to both of them, you should go check them out. I think everybody here is definitely a friend of Nancy over at Our Treasured Home. But
mm.
those are two new channels, I think, to this. I know 1 Million Pumpkins has been in here before, but I don't know that I've ever shouted you guys out. So I'm doing it now. What about here's another one that's a distraction that you kind of can't help is sickness. When you're sick, you just got to let yourself take time to get better, and it
I
is what
don't
it is.
consider that a distraction, though.
But it does
I
take
mean,
you. I guess when I think of distractions, I think of what's taking you off course, and it does. It's your body's way of saying, "I tried to tell you, and you didn't listen, and now I'm going to make you slow down."
yeah, I think that I don't see sick. I mean, sick is an annoying distraction,
It is.
right? But I mean,
Mhm.
I think it's more important to take care of yourself than anything
You
else you got
got
to
to.
do.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I
That's
saw it, Nancy. It's crazy.
oh. Okay, Nancy, I'll go check that out. That's awesome. Okay, here's another one. What about so when do we have these distractions and in a minute I'm going to talk about time management too, but when we have distractions while you're working on a project,
What kind of distractions?
well, they could be your phone going off. It could be somebody interrupting. Yeah. Yep, exactly. Somebody interrupting your workflow. And I'm someone who hyper focuses. So my husband, bless his heart, he knows if I'm working on something and he wants me to stop working, that's where I have a problem. It's difficult for me to stop working because I need to have a good stopping point. So when I tell him now, he gets it. If I say, I'm almost, give me a minute, I got to get to the stopping point. And he knows because I don't want to have to go back and start over. So if I ordered the most amazing chai tea yesterday when I went and got my hair done. There's a little coffee shop, and I never go into a coffee shop anymore, right? But
Your
I
lone
did.
cross, Scotty.
But I did because the lady that did my hair was telling me how amazing their chai tea was. So I thought, okay, I'm going to treat myself. And I went over there and I got this chai tea, and I'm not kidding you. This poor thing, she was so busy. I watched her interrupt herself from making my chai tea like 3 or 4 times. She went to go do it and then put it down, had to get somebody their water, went to go do it, put it down, went, yeah, like I think if she worked on that, she wouldn't feel so overwhelmed. Like she was interrupting her, but it happens, it can happen to all of
Yeah.
us, right? Like you go to work on a project and then you put it down if it's work, if it's for like work on laptops, like, what I do all day long. If I'm working on a project, I will not go and read my emails. I'll ignore the email notifications. If I have people IMing me, I try to not
Right.
read because I need to hyper focus.
Right.
Otherwise, and it's the same thing if you're building something. If you're feeding the animals, you're gonna be like, wait, did I feed those goats or those goats? I could do that to myself. Like, where did I start? Where did I stop? Crocheting is another one, when you're working on those rows and you're like, wait, I got to get to the row. You'd be like, wait, how far along was I? And then you're counting stitches. But no matter what it is, if you're working on a project, you need to try to just continuously work you're doing and not let
Yeah.
yourself get interrupted because then you cost yourself time. Hey, Lone Cross Scotty, thanks for coming.
Yeah. Ryan knows, like, if I'm crocheting, he'll be like, all right, when you get a minute,
Uh huh.
when you get to a stopping point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And 1 Million Pumpkins brought up a good one, routine.
Oh, routine. Yeah, that's what I struggle with.
Hmm.
I just Heather, I can't see Tammy getting angry. I will though. Lisa's seen me, but it's real short. I don't stay mad for very long.
Well, but you're not like scary angry.
No, I'm not. One time I told the kids, I'm like, all right, guys, I think something kept taking my quarter. I think it was the car wash or something. I'm like, that's it. I'm going in there. You guys might want to stay in here because I might act ugly. And they started laughing at me, and they're like, "Oh, right, like you're gonna." Because yeah, I don't typically get very angry. I don't know why.
No.
I think it's because my parents were so angry all the time. Like they were angry enough for everybody. I was too
Yeah.
busy trying to keep everybody happy.
Yeah.
I do like this one, but it's one I struggle with.
Yeah.
Routine.
But
How
it's
do
good
you
that
do, Lisa, with
it's good when
routine?
you know it
Mm-hmm.
and you stick to it. I mean, it's good for me, but I don't know. That all went to heck once I stayed home. So
Yeah. I mean, I'm good with, I know I got to go to work every day. So I'm good
yeah.
waking up and working all day long. That's an easy routine. I know we got to eat. So we got to have some kind of dinner, you
The
know, the
animals got to get fed and
animals
that
got to
kind of
get
thing.
fed. Garden has to be watered, you know. So
Yeah,
I'm good at
exactly.
handling those things, but the little things, especially if it involves a diet, kind of diet plan or exercise routine, those ones I struggle to fit in there on a consistent basis.
Right, right.
Yeah, I do good for a couple weeks. Oh, what
Exactly.
about here's an so we talked about distractions while you're working, trying to do things efficiently, right? Increasing your efficiency.
That's important to me.
Mhm.
Work smarter, not harder.
Yeah. Can you share some of the ways that you do that, Lisa?
Yeah, so the chickens have an automatic feeder. I mean, it's just
Mm.
not nothing fancy. It's just a feeder
Yeah.
that I fill with 50-pound bag, well, 40 or 50-pound bag of
Mhm.
feed.
Mhm.
They get they have feed until it runs out.
Mhm.
Um, if they spill it all over the ground, I will
Mhm.
wait a little longer to put some in there because
Yeah.
then they eat it all up off the ground.
Mhm.
Um, they have two we have heated waters.
Mhm.
I just recently took them out except for the chickens, but heated waters because I'm not going to fight with breaking ice. That's just
Mm.
dumb. They're there
Yeah.
for a reason.
Yeah. Mhm.
Um, living in a cold climate, I'm not going to play the game.
Yeah.
Um, some other things, we have the side by side, and
Mhm.
that's for
Oh
all,
man.
all kind
That's a
of
must
projects.
for a homestead, isn't it? Like a
Yeah,
side by
hay
side or a
and
quad and a
feed.
trailer.
Yeah,
Mhm.
driving down there versus using
Mhm.
wheelbarrows because it has a
Mhm.
dump body on it.
Yeah.
And I think that that's important because as you're getting older,
Mhm.
you need to do things smart so you can do them longer and not get hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. We have a quad and my husband pulls a trailer, and that's
Smart.
what he's been saying. And those work out great, like they get it done. But
Yep.
he's been saying that I really wished I just had a side by side because it would be so much easier with like the dump bed on there. That's one of his wants.
Yeah, we got ours. I mean, it's not a fancy model at all, and we got it, and it was actually
Mm-hmm.
0% for whatever years,
Mm-hmm.
and it was on a really good sale because it was a model they had left over. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely worth looking into. But the dump body is amazing.
Yeah. So you know what I did? This is
What?
kind of an efficient thing. I videoed it, so I'll share some video. But I finally got myself the dang soil tester.
Good.
Instead of guessing at what the garden needs. And I found out I have like zero nitrogen and next to zero phosphorus. Those are my two big problems. pH and potash are good. So
Go
now
go
I
back to the
know
problems. Phosphorus and what?
nitrogen.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Both of
That's
them.
huge, Tammy, to
Mm-hmm.
know that.
Yeah, both. So I'm hoping I want to be able to garden and have one plant provide a lot of food because I had a lot of plants planted last year and I was pulling stuff off of all of them, right? But it felt like I wasn't getting as much off of that plant, either in leaves or fruit. So this kind of
Ah,
makes sense, right? Because the potash, I mean, not potash, but the phosphorus is going to, or the nitrogen is going to increase your leaf growth, right? And the phosphorus helps with the production of your fruits.
Yep.
So it figures. I mean, it just, hey, not for nothing, Homestead. Thanks for coming.
Yep.
So that's like an efficient thing. I'm kind of wishing I would have done it a long time ago. And it was
Yeah.
cheap and it was fun. And I only did it for one area so far and I videoed that so I know like what's up with that area. And I planted radishes because those guys, they can grow, like, you don't want to over fertilize your radishes or you're going to run into lots of greens and no roots. And I'm
Right.
good on the potash, which is something they need being a root vegetable, right? So this is awesome. Now I've already got the bone meal and the blood meal because I need both of them.
Good for you. I'm so
Yeah.
glad.
Yeah. I'm excited about that. That's going to be fun.
That's awesome. Jesse was
Mhm.
saying he has somebody else take care of his grass, and it made me think that's another thing we do.
Oh,
We
that is
don't we don't mow.
delegating.
Well, we don't mow.
Hmm.
We let the pigs graze it
Oh, there
when
you
we have
go.
grass.
Yeah. Darn it. Just our our property, we don't have it fully fenced, so we can't let the goats out. Otherwise, they would be great at that. They would be
Well,
great.
you can get a section of net fencing, one section,
Mm-hmm.
just keep moving it.
Mm-hmm. If they stay in it.
'Tis the problem.
Yeah. Like we could get a dog pen. Do you know what I mean?
Yep. Hey, Barb.
And move that around and but moving them all over the property might be more work than just mowing the dang thing, too.
Well, if you put it on wheels,
True.
fill it with the
True.
4x4, with the four-wheeler,
Yeah. Very true.
I mean, that's the
Hey,
thing. If
Barb.
you could take a bunch of hog panels,
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they would. I was trying to think if you did it cheap, like if you took a bunch of hog panels and put wood on the bottom and the top, I wonder if that would be something you could do. Probably be more money than
Woman.
it's worth.
I really like the dog pen idea with the wheels.
Yeah, keep some contained.
That sounds easier. It is Healthy Snacks Month. Okay, everybody, just for awareness, this month we are doing the Healthy Snacks collaboration. Hey, Lori's World.
Hey, Lori.
And the first video went out today and it was amaranth and I had to make this a Healthy Snacks collaboration video and a Survival Seeds 25 video because it's the amaranth that I grew, Lisa, that I
Oh, yeah.
harvested. I harvested some the year before last, I harvested some last year and I finally used it.
Good for you.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with me. I got to have something for a year before I use it. It's ridiculous.
Oh, I know.
It's amazing. I am so impressed. So impressed. And it's a great survival food.
That's cool.
It has like the complete amino acid protein profile. So that's one of the things that makes it so great. And the one bummer it could be considered a high carb food, but only if you like sat here and ate it like this. Like
Yeah.
you use it in things. But
I'll
if
have
you
to
were
check
in
it out.
if you're in a survival situation, you actually want the carb content of those amaranth seeds. And you can
Nancy wants to know, is it easy to grow?
yeah, it's like a weed. It's in the pigweed family.
It's a weed.
It is.
It's just funny the way you said that.
Yeah. It's super easy to grow. Matter of fact, I grew it by accident last year. I thought I'd missed the mark and up she comes. Oh, I need to survival seeds 2025 instead of just 25. Okay, I'll make sure I do that. Thank you, Jesse. But I had to. It was so awesome. So I was able to share like my plant, how I harvested the seeds, and then how I made the popcorn. Okay,
Oh, that's good
millet
to
is
know.
lower carb too.
Good to know, Gwen, because sometimes I have trouble getting alfalfa and I get millet hay, but
Really?
they grow millet.
Hmm. So with the millet, I'll have to look that up. Is that something like amaranth?
I don't know. I just know they grow it for hay because I had to ask about it.
And Gail, I will confirm if you like. So here's how I didn't show this part, but I cut off the big flower heads, which are so beautiful. I let them dry, and then I put them in a paper bag and like sealed up the paper bag for when I was ready to harvest them. And full transparency and honesty here, if you wait like, I don't know, 6 months or so, you can still harvest those seeds. Just saying. Keeping it real.
Gail's growing sorghum. What are you going to use that for? Yeah, they do put millet in birdseed.
Ah.
I have heard of that.
Well, so I was just looking up a list because I was talking to my daughter about the amaranth, and I was thinking about the carbohydrate content. And there are 23 grams of carbohydrates and a half a cup of amaranth. But again, you pop it and it gets a little fluffier.
Right.
So it's not like I use 6 tablespoons to make a bread pan full of thick bars, right? So 6 tablespoons is probably about, how much is 6 tablespoons, Lisa?
6 tablespoons.
Well, I mean, like in cups.
I don't know. To me,
4
it's 6
tablespoons?
tablespoons.
I think 4 tablespoons is a quarter cup.
Oh, okay. I don't know that stuff.
So quarter cup and a half a quarter cup. Where
Hey,
are we at?
Jennifer
Like a
Ocean.
third, maybe? To make all of those, and you're not going to sit and eat all of them. So they were 23 grams of protein, and I think it was like 9 grams, or wait, 23 grams of carbs and 9 grams of protein, and your complete amino acid profile. And this is just the seeds. We're not talking about the greens, which taste like spinach. Oh, and she's saying you can see. So, anyways, I was looking up whether or not it was a low carb grain, and I found out it's not necessarily, but millet is. Millet was on the list of low carb grains. So,
Yeah.
Lisa's about 6 tablespoons.
Because the way I see it, if somebody puts 6 tablespoons in a recipe,
Mm-hmm.
they're telling you 6 tablespoons for a reason, or they would tell you 3/4 of a cup to make it easier.
Yeah, yeah, true.
Sometimes they tell you
I mean,
because
I
like,
didn't care until I wanted to look up like the nutritional facts.
sometimes they tell you because it has to be so
Yeah,
specific.
yeah. So anyhow, be prepared to watch that, guys. There's going to be a giveaway too for the healthy snacks thing.
Cool.
Yes. Oh, here's another one about distractions. What about distractions while you're sleeping?
Not a problem.
You sleep well?
No, I wouldn't say that, but I don't have distractions. Once I'm asleep, it doesn't like Diesel would have to bark to drive me nuts.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I mean, if it's monotonous like a dripping faucet, I could totally, cuz then, you kind of get a rhythm to it. But
Oh, yeah, I get that, but
but if I wake up in the middle of the night because maybe I had caffeine,
oh,
and then
well,
I can't go
yeah,
back to
that
sleep.
okay, sorry.
And then my brain starts problem solving things that it doesn't even need to problem solve.
I usually have that as I'm trying to fall asleep.
Mm. Well, see, now that's what, if I'm going to sleep, I can go to sleep if I'm tired. But then if I wake up throughout the night, because of the caffeine, I am a light sleeper. If I hear a sound, it wakes me up. Or if I have to go to the bathroom or, whatever. Then when I'm trying to go back to sleep, that's when I'm getting all of the distractions. I have
Right.
to put on my Bible app. If I listen to the Bible while I'm going to sleep, then I can quit it because I just focus. I focus on the Bible and what's being read.
Oh, good. Gear
And
Dryden said I should be sleeping, but I got the notice for this great stream. Since it's only an hour, he didn't want to miss it.
thank you so much, Gear.
Diesel barking drives me nuts. He doesn't do it often at night, but
Barb says when John's snoring. Yeah, my husband's a snorer. You know what you do? I figured it out. You tap them and you say, honey, you're waking yourself up snoring. And he says, I am? Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Once you find, oh, you're lucky, Gwen. You know what helps me too is skullcap tea. I
What's
have a
that?
I have a tea. It's an herb, but I have a tea already made that I have in there, like lemon balm, chamomile. What else do I got in there? I've got a little blend of, that's like a calming tea, but it's got skullcap in there also.
Look at Barb. Barb goes, hey, hey,
That's
hey. And then she goes, hey.
You did that really good, Lisa. That could be like a video thing. Hey, you listen to me? All right, moving on. Let's talk about time management, shall we?
Ugh.
Hey, what I always, and this is what I used to tell my girls, if you're going to go to school, do a good job. Go to school or don't go to school. Like one or the other. Whatever you do a good job at it. Because if you're not going to do a good job at school, I'm going to homeschool you and then I'm going to make you do a good job here. So, but do a good job at whatever. And I did. They were homeschooled. But I let them go to high school for a year. That's when they went to high school for almost a year. I did let them go into that. They were homeschooled. But they went to about second or third grade, and then, the kids turned into heathens. And so then I pulled them out. They do. That's what happens. Children, never your own. So then I homeschooled them, and we had an agreement that I'd let them go to high school, and I did. And they weren't, I'm like, if you're going to go, like, did you see Jesse?
Yeah.
Okay. Time management. The first thing up is planning and organization. So
yeah,
your to-do lists.
I could do all that. Like I have to-do lists and
Breaking down large tasks.
None of it is earth-shattering. Like, it's different if we're getting an animal and I go, okay, I've got to get the fence up, but I don't find myself in a crunch.
Isn't that nice too, Lisa? Like we can really,
what?
Because it comes down to like, what are our projects? What are our to-dos? And do we want to have the to-dos in the first place? Can they wait? We determine the priorities, right?
I don't look, as much as I joke and I laugh at things where people say, "Oh, I impulsively came home with a calf." Ha 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 ha.
Mm-hmm.
I won't do that because it's not appropriate. You got to be set up. And if you have the setup, that's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I'm always going to have the area set up for the animal.
Mm-hmm.
99% of the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like so I feel for most of the time, yeah, it is. I mean, it is a thing where,
or the weather that can sure put us on a deadline too.
Oh gosh, yeah. Like today we got to get pig feed and it's super wet out. So
the garden puts us on a deadline. Like if we don't water it.
I'm not about the garden this year. It's terrible.
I'm kind of getting excited because I'm getting excited about what I can grow now that I know what's wrong with my dirt.
Yeah, that's yeah. See, I agree with Gwen there. And that's where I'm at.
When I want to do it. Yes, there are things that have to be done every day. I get up, get my coffee, do chores, and do.
But see, there's a difference because if you have work, right, then you have a work schedule, and then you do your things around it, and it makes sense.
But I mean, you guys do work in a sense because you're both content creators.
Well, yeah, but
and you try to do things within a certain period of time, and Gwen's really good about putting up regular content.
She is. I am not.
I'm not. I'm good for like once a week, maybe twice.
Yeah,
My good times.
I'm like over YouTube.
It's
I
a
don't
lot
get
of
things
work.
done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What will die if we don't attend to it now seems to be the policy.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. You do pretty all kinds of stuff. I'm writing a paper with 16 daycare kids. There you
Oh my,
go.
good for you.
Yeah. Barb said it too.
Well, I ain't getting rich off of it.
Nope. Takes more than, $10 a week.
Wow, that's pretty good, Tammy.
Actually, I think to be real, it's like $6 a week.
Yeah.
I was rounding up a bit.
I've got some older videos that are taking off, and it's
That's
just funny
awesome.
because why should I make videos when the older ones are taking off? And that's
Yeah,
just
that is
I'm getting
well,
paid more than if I made videos.
and that's why we do it too, right? Because you never know which videos are going to take off and at what time.
Yeah.
Like, one year it could be a couple of these videos, and the next year it could be some other ones.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
And I mean right now it's like there's not a lot going on.
Hmm. Yeah.
Not a lot going on. So the shorts that I post, I
Hmm.
post them on IG.
Hmm.
So I
Oh,
just
Barb's got some doing the same thing.
yeah.
That's awesome. I got one like that too. Mine is candied pecans. My candied pecan video does
Oh,
really
that one was killer.
well. All right, another thing. I like this one because about the getting and staying organized, because that helps your peace of mind
It
also.
does.
And I need to declutter again already. I don't know
Are
how
you
I do it. I accumulate things. I love a yard sale. So that's probably how I do it.
we just got well, Ryan just got rid of a lot of stuff.
Mhm.
You know how when we go to the auctions and we buy a lot for one
Mhm.
item and it
Mhm.
has all the other items in it?
Mhm.
He sold all the other items.
Mhm.
Um and the garage actually has a major section that is empty,
Mhm.
which is pretty
Awesome.
cool.
Yeah, that is cool. So 1 million, is anybody else here not monetized yet? 1 million pumpkins. You need to connect with other folks. Um,
Well, yeah.
Anybody can go watch their videos, like go, run their videos. But Barb, are you monetized yet? I think Barb might need watch hours, and Broke but Bountifully Blessed, I know she needs watch hours too.
You've got to be near the 1K
Hmm.
subs
Yeah. Yeah.
because otherwise
Oh
you're going to
yeah.
go on that roller coaster of losing the hours.
Yep. Isn't that the
In
truth?
my eyes, you either work on them simultaneously or you leave the hours until the end
Mhm.
because
Yeah. Yeah, because then you're battling to keep hours.
right.
Yep, I had
The
that
best
happen.
thing to do is post consistently.
Hmm. Yeah. Jennifer Ocean Homestead. Hey, Jennifer, I got the seeds, Jennifer. I'm so
Whoop, whoop.
excited. So I'll
You're not Nancy?
give me like a week.
I didn't know
Wow.
that.
I know. She's got great content too. All right. Um,
What's next?
Prioritization.
Oh, that's to me that's an easy one. What do you guys think?
I
Tammy?
mean, yeah, if something's gonna die, you got to take care of it. 1 million pumpkins called it out. That's the homestead rules. Anything that may die, they take priority.
Yeah, I mean, I can give an example. So we recently signed up for, well, I recently signed up for 4 gallons of raw cow's milk a week.
Hmm.
And So, like, I scheduled my pickup day for Wednesday because Wednesday is usually a good day. Like, I wouldn't want it to be today, right?
Mhm.
Because we've got this going on and stuff. But one of the important things is having I make sure I have the time because if I've got 4 gallons,
Mhm.
I've got to start making stuff that I try to get it done in 2 days.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah.
make cottage cheese, I
Hi,
make
Rudy.
all that kind of stuff.
Your kids.
I only have time to water the marigold or tomato. Well, sorry, tomatoes.
So,
Hey, Rudy.
and another one for prioritization: learning to say no.
Oh, I love no.
Mhm.
I'm good at that.
Yep. Can't do that. Mhm.
My my friends laugh at me all the time because they're like, "You want to go here? You want to go there? You want to go here? You want to go there?" No. So when I say yes, they're like, "She's actually coming?"
Lisa,
I'm
I am the same way. I'm
like,
very
"No, I'll
much
stay
a
home."
homebody. I'm very much somebody who is not comfortable in a big crowd, and I'm very much that way. But I do like the invitation because, then I know I'm being considered, but I'm probably always going to say no.
Right, right. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then, it's also there's people who understand what you're doing,
Mhm.
and then there's people who don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, it's like, I gotta feed people, I gotta feed animals.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you work a lot and you've got very little time to clean your house. Like, you know what I
What's
mean?
that?
Or do the other things. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? Like even when I'm not working, I'm working kind of thing. And I'm task oriented. So I got to make sure, I want to make sure I get certain things done. And I sign myself up for stuff. I do.
Yeah.
You see this? That is awesome, Barb.
That's
12
awesome, Barb. Isn't
smooth
that your
water
first
flows.
ones? I can't remember.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Oh,
I gotta
I see sauerkraut in your future. Yum.
I will definitely can my sauerkraut next time instead of letting it sit in the fridge.
Yep. And Jennifer, you've got the right idea. Lives will get you your watch hours. Even if they're silent lives, storm watch, chicken watch, goat watch, whatever.
Oh, third year. Gotcha, Barb.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, Barb, like you could do chicken watch, do some lives. I mean, it feels, even though I don't make a lot on YouTube, at least I feel like I'm getting something. And there's that chance. That chance that, you never know. One of our videos could blow up someday. You never know. You never know. You
yeah,
don't
I
try.
agree, Barb. I fermented them but didn't can them, and I should have because they were in there too long and I had to throw them out.
Really?
Yeah, I was bummed.
Oh, that is a bummer. Oh my gosh, remember that? Have you tried that Reuben soup with the sauerkraut in it?
I haven't because I don't have any sauerkraut.
My gosh, it is so amazing, Lisa.
I know it is. It looked amazing.
I've been craving it. As a matter of fact, I got extra corned beef this year so I could do that.
Awesome.
Oh, that's one of her okay, I've never canned it, so I will watch yours when I'm ready to do
It's
that.
my understanding you have to ferment it and get it to the flavor you like, then can it. That's what am I
Mhm.
understanding that correct?
Thank you, Rudy. You see this? My biggest struggle is coordinating the priorities with the guys. Mine and theirs aren't always on the same urgency scale. Isn't that the truth?
Broke but bountifully blessed. Mountain Grandma has it on her channel.
Mm-hmm. Reuben
I'm
soup. Oh my goodness, it is so amazing.
gonna have to go get a Reuben.
Mm-hmm.
Hey
I'm
Barb, can you
make
send
some
that
soup.
to me, please, if you don't mind, when you have a minute? I know you have a lot going on. Because I would prefer to do that
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not good at. keeping track and waiting and then can it.
Oh, yeah. And that's what happened, Lisa? You were
Oh, it's
waiting
in your
so
video,
hard?
right, Barb? I'll just use your video. What's
Mhm.
that?
That's how it went bad for you? You were waiting to can it?
No, I had ironically, no, and it was one of those things where they got pushed to the back of the fridge and forgotten about. It just
Mm.
sadly, I'm
Oh, I
really good at
gotcha.
no food waste,
Mhm.
but that was a bad one,
Gotcha.
and it all went bad, and
Mhm.
I recently had to make room in my fridge.
Mhm.
Recently, how bad is this?
Mhm.
Had to make room in my
Uh,
fridge for all the milk,
yeah, my fridge. My fridge is pretty
so I
full.
cleaned it out and I got rid
Mhm.
of a lot of stuff. Like I had chive blossom vinegar still in there. It was
Mhm.
I did not have a proud moment.
That's funny because I
Just saying.
just cleaned out my fridge to spring. That's what you want to do in the spring. And I just pulled out some raspberry vinegar that I had in there from a while back too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I had pickles. Ryan was like, I can't eat any more pickles, Lisa.
Mhm.
And I was like, they gotta go
Love
then.
pickles. Love pickles.
Oh my gosh,
Okay.
all this talk about Reubens. I'm gonna have to go get a Reuben from town
I
today
know, doesn't
before
it sound amazing?
we get picky meat.
I'm taking a corned beef out of the freezer tonight so I can cook it
Um,
tomorrow.
Gear
Hmm.
Gryden, you're right, but it was actually not good for either one to eat. But what I
Oh,
did
bummer.
do with it was throw it out in the compost.
Mhm. All right. Do you see what 1 million pumpkins said?
Yeah,
Coordinating priorities. So I guess that could even be extended to like coordinating priorities amongst the family. Because we've got the two homes on the property, so we're coordinating priorities sometimes between the two households. I totally get that. That's a real thing. Or husband and wife priorities, right?
yes.
Mm-hmm. Different schedules. That kind of can make things a little complicated too. So here's some other things. Get through my notes because we are coming down to the wire here. And they are delegation, identifying things, and empowering people to do them. So delegating things, but don't hold on to those things to do it yourself, right? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it can be challenging to let somebody else do something that you do all the time.
Right.
So make sure you empower people if you're going to delegate things. And then
I have no problem
another
with that.
one, stress management. You know what? I don't think that I do, maybe sometimes with a couple of things, but my husband does. So want me to do something, be like, okay, do it like this, then this, then this. And I'll be so confused because I would have wanted to just go do it, one way, but then he's telling me, I'm like, why is he telling me? It must not be what I think it was, what it was. And one time, okay, he had me so confused about baking this potato because I was going to bake a potato, but he's telling me like cut it in half, and I'm like, what is he talking about? I am so confused. Like I know how to bake a potato. I thought, well, he must not want me to do it the usual way. So okay, there it is. I cut it in half instead of this way for baked potato. Oh, it was the funniest thing. I put it on his plate, and I'm like, I don't know what you're wanting with this. I was going to do it the other way, but you were giving me blow by blow instructions. Anyways, it was really so stress management. This is one I always have to remind myself of. Recognizing and managing your stress, taking
Yeah.
breaks, and practicing mindfulness.
It's hard when you're working and you're trying to be a weekend warrior and
Mm-hmm.
after work warrior and before work warrior and all that kind of
Mm-hmm.
stuff. I mean, you're lucky that you're working remotely, but still
Mm-hmm. But still, yeah.
you have to stay focused.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it is challenging because I remember it. I mean, I traveled. Um, so hold on. I traveled a minimum of 20 hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Wow.
no,
Yeah.
wait a minute, wait a minute.
Glad I don't have to do that anymore.
Hold on, wait.
And then when
2
you go somewhere, you have to
a
get ready.
minimum of 10. I drove 10 hours a week. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
That was minimum.
Mm-hmm.
So there was construction, there was winter,
That's a
there were
lot on top of your 40.
it was more than
Yeah.
40.
Oh, God. 45,
It was like
50.
60.
Oh, my gosh.
But and then some nights it would be cover something at night because
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately that was the world I was in.
Mm-hmm.
And work until 9 o'clock, drive home, go to
Mm.
bed, wake up, get out of the house by 6.
Mm. Yeah, that's horrible. And then when you
So
have to get out of the house, that means you have to like get up and, put on clothes that you otherwise wouldn't be wearing and, get yourself ready. That's
that
like the
I've since tossed.
huh?
But um no, it's true. It's a lot different because now it's just throw on a hoodie and
Hmm.
get going.
Yeah. Awesome, Butler Family Farm. Okay, and then since we're down to the wire here, other important skills. I studied up and got a list for this today.
I know, you're so good.
Communication. So not just with
Huge.
other people, but with yourself too.
Huge.
You got to be clear. You got to set deadlines, and you've got to make sure that you understand what it is you're trying to accomplish in the first place, right?
And realistic.
Mm-hmm. Realistic and fair to
Because I
yourself.
would said write a list of what needs to
Mm-hmm.
be done.
Mm-hmm.
And I give you an example of some of them. This is what I'm going to do today.
Mm-hmm.
Clean the house, build a barn, do this, do
Oh,
that,
sounds
do.
like Linda at another time.
And
She's.
it's like, no,
Mm-hmm.
and but I mean, that was an exaggeration. But the reality of
Yeah,
it
she
is
does
they were
that though.
always
Like because they're
unrealistic.
building stuff. That's why it made me think of her. She's like she's building a wood shop, so she's got like doing videos of the different steps. That's what made me think when you said that.
Yeah,
But if we do want to get a lot of stuff done, we got to pick and choose and make sure at the end of the day, is it really making us happy?
right,
Right? Is it really
right.
for, our goal and where we want to go with things, our
Like
life?
right now, the procrastination is on seeds.
Mm-hmm.
I have peppers started, but I should start all my other seeds.
Mm-hmm.
Great days like this, indoor days, I could be doing it. Nope.
You can buy starts.
But it's fine because, well, I
Mm-hmm.
always buy starts in addition to my seeds because I'll see something and I'm like, oh, I gotta have that,
Mm-hmm.
or I don't have enough. But I mean, the thing of it is that it's not the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
It'll get
Yeah.
done. And
Write a
sometimes I like the mess outside.
mm-hmm. Write a list and God laughs, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you've got your goals, he says. All right, here's some other little things. Yep, thank you, Rudy. So concentration, minimizing distractions. I do find that when I've got something that has to be done, and I'm like, maybe I've done a little bit of part of it. So if it's, the garden, for example, like I've done a little bit of things, but now I'm down to the wire. I got to get the seeds in the ground. I do have to make sure I have time carved out for that and just hyper focus and do that one thing and not get other things done. Just focus on
Right.
that. And time blocking right behind it, like I was just saying.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah. I mean,
then,
dreary weather for me is like, I don't want to do anything when it's dreary or when it's really
mhm,
cold. It's like
mhm.
paralyzing for me.
Yeah.
So I'm really thankful that we don't have a lot of days like this. It's weird that we're going to have almost a week of it, but
Mm-hmm.
it'll be fine. But to me, it's priceless to be able to start seeds outside and leave the dirt out there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did you see Jennifer Ocean? The cost of starts are going up.
Yeah. They're
That means
huge.
you need to sell some starts, Jennifer.
They're absolutely off the charts.
Mm-hmm.
I go to a small greenhouse and we don't spend a lot of money on them, but we just make it easier for ourselves for some of the ones, or we want to support local, but it's not like, oh, I have to have them.
Yeah. So, Heather, I'll call the post office and ask them. Maybe it came later in the day after I picked up my mail. That might have been what happened. Baby Scoby.
Oh my gosh, the baby's been sitting in the post office. No.
I know. I hope it's okay. I don't know how long the Scoby is going to be, but if I can't get it today, I'll get it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. Self-discipline,
We've
sticking
got
to
1
your
minute.
plan. And we got 1 minute. So if you got questions, drop them in the chat.
Yeah, not even 1
Um,
minute. Oops, sorry, it's 55.
okay.
Go
And
ahead.
then self-discipline, so sticking to your plan, making sure that you're not, if you're tired, don't just sit on your phone for 8 hours. Take a nap for 30 minutes. Um, Avoid multitasking and focus on one task at a time when you need to, because sometimes that's a way to actually be more productive than trying to do everything at once. And setting smart goals in the first place.
Yeah, absolutely. Boom, mic drop.
I hope all of these
Jennifer,
reminders helped everybody.
if you start
Love that.
selling starts, I mean, not necessarily a plant business, but if you start selling starts, farmers markets are options, side of the road. Not necessarily next to a Walmart. I get what you're saying.
2 hour nap.
But if you put it in a busy place and you post the heck out of it all over, it's usually more likely, because we have a Amish gentleman who comes with his children last year, and I'm so glad I stumbled on the post because dude was sold out quickly. And I mean, it was his first time coming here.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's
Posted in a
awesome.
local group.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh my gosh, I can't take a 2 hour nap. I can, but I'll never sleep at night.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's me. All right,
All right.
guys. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I hope y'all are motivated and encouraged to go do some stuff or take a nap and then do some stuff.
Dun, dun, dun.
And we'll see you next Tuesday, Lisa's channel. Wait,
We will be there.
yeah. Bye, everyone.
Have a great day, guys. Take care. Thanks for being here.